Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, Pikachus, and all y'all, welcome to another episode of the Porch Perspective Podcast. See, I told you that's what happened when you let me do the intro. I introduce, I brings it in. Tonight, I think this is part. Is this part two of Music and Mayhem? Yes. And I said, you know what, Nikki Red, I have to be a part of this as well too, because I got some stuff I want to say too. You know, not necessarily from the male perspective, but I just feel like talking. I got stuff to say too. All right, and joining us is the ever so lovely Miss Charlie, and of course, Nikki Red. Ladies, how we doing tonight?
Wonderful.
Fabulous.
Perfect. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Not too bad for a Monday night. So we got a lot to talk about. So Nikki Red, what's on tap for tonight's conversation on the virtual porch?
All right. So we're going to pick up where we left off, me and Charlie left off on our previous episode of Music and Mayhem.
Mhm.
That conversation, for anybody that hasn't had a chance, which kind of unlikely, but okay. If you haven't had a chance to check out Music and Mayhem, we were actually going in on music, the evolution of music, how music has changed and evolved, the things that inspired, things that have created and made music what it ended up being from back in the 70s. Even I think we touched a little bit on the 60s, 50s and stuff, and how it has transformed every decade. There were some really interesting analogies that we used on that episode as well. Not going to get into that one. You guys going to have to watch part 1 for that. And just some of the things that we kind of thought were interesting as kids growing up in those eras, and the songs that were popular, the music that was popular, and being an adult now and actually looking back on it's like, wait a minute, time out. Something's not right. We called out Miss Shirley. There's a few call outs
Dumb
on that one.
Shirley.
We have fun with it. All in all, we have fun with it. But there's just so much more to encompass with that conversation. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in with picking up in the 90s, early 2000s music era. So that being said, I believe one thing that we did say in the last conversation was the R&B of the 90s was a whole different ball game.
Yes, it
Um,
was.
our beautiful
Mhm.
talented co-host here, Miss Charlie, made a comment
Mm-hmm.
that I thought was kind of interesting, funny at the same time, but kind of interesting about how the 90s R&B just had a whole different feel to it. And she said that was the time that she should have gotten married because music don't hit like that anymore.
They
No,
don't.
I still, if I was to get married, I'm not. But if I was, my soundtrack, and yes, I have a soundtrack for my wedding. I just ain't got a groom, but it's cool. It's all 90s music. I
That's
always
fair.
said that I wanted my first dance to be with Tony Terry with you. That was my song. When the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, I want to dance in my groom. That in the 90s. Yeah.
But you can still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the 90s is when I asked God to, when I have kids, He gave me four and a boy and three girls. And He listened. I just forgot to say a husband.
Um,
Well,
well, I mean, it's never too late.
Got to be specific.
Very
But
specific.
it has 90s music. All of it is not. It might have a couple oldies, but it's mostly 90s.
Okay. What do you guys think set that 90s R&B feel apart
All right,
from the
Kelly.
80s?
Next question.
Wait a
And
minute.
I'm gonna tell you why.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me
R.
why.
Kelly set it up because R. Kelly started talking about sex, and he didn't use metaphors. He just straight up said what he wanted to do to you.
Okay.
Most times when they said something about sex, it was metaphors or they didn't specifically say what they wanted to do in R&B. R. Kelly came out with 12 plays, And I mean 12 plays. What did he say he was gonna do with them 12 plays? I mean, he has a song on there called Sex Me. Part one, part two.
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah.
You mean if
Yeah,
look at he said sex me,
yeah.
H Town said knocking boots. See what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I get that. I got you. Same page.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you was more like, yeah, so long story short, R. Kelly was like, here's the
Pinnacle of
subject, and R. Kelly straight to it. Everybody else
Danced
went
around
around
it.
it.
use metaphors and
Hmm.
metaphors and euphemisms. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, okay.
Well, I think honestly, so when a lot of people think about R. Kelly, because me personally, I love his music. I'm not
Hmm.
even gonna sit here and hold anybody. I love his music. I've listened to his music since I was a kid, and
Mm.
I wish that people and
Me and him
okay,
both said
let me
at the same
rephrase that.
time.
Even though we weren't supposed to, hey, look, even though we weren't
But there
supposed
was,
to, like,
but
okay,
all
but
of his songs
I
weren't. But it
digress. Go
wasn't
ahead.
all about. And all the reality, and that's why I say I like R. Kelly's music because it wasn't all about sex all the time. Like there were certain. If you really think about it, he was a very broad artist. Like you could literally, they
Mm.
still to this day they sing his song
I
at
mean, yeah, yeah,
graduations,
yeah. He
weddings,
still has
birthday
songs that
parties.
yeah. What is it? I forgot,
Step
but
in the
it's
name of
called
love.
Chocolate Factory. He has a couple of songs from there that I want. That's gonna be on my wedding soundtrack. Hey,
Mm.
hey, he's just he can take you to the bedroom and to the altar,
There he
to the
can
graduation, to a funeral,
to the family reunion and back.
to the family reunion
Eh,
back.
to the dance floor, like I just mentioned, step in the name of love, like this, despite what he's got going on,
Fiesta,
no matter,
fiesta, fiesta.
yeah, no matter where you go, you'll still hear Fiesta. You'll still hear, step in the name of love. You'll still hear I believe I can fly. It's just
I mean, yeah, yeah. How many people do you know have a song that a stripper can dance to on the pole and the choir can sing in church?
That's a good one.
can't,
Good point.
can't too many do that.
No, I mean
No,
at this point, I mean don't get me wrong, they do be trying. They be swag surfing
I
and
mean they
whatnot.
try to
I
switch a
ain't. I'm not
song
here to
up.
judge, but I mean, hey, if you like it,
Hey,
I
I'm
love
a
it.
judge. I'm judging. Cause
Not
don't do
swag
that.
surfing not
Y'all
swag
don't
surfing in a strip club. What are we doing? Why are we swag surfing in a strip club? What is
exactly.
going on here? What are
Have
we
y'all
doing?
not heard the color purple? God is trying to tell you something that wasn't right.
Nah, that ain't it.
Wasn't. Don't do that. Don't
But
don't try to make that a church song. Don't do that.
no, I don't think they were
I
trying to make
mean,
it
and
a
he
church
even it's like back in the day, he
song.
used to have a song on there. Every album, he had a church song on there.
That he did.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Um, I think out of all of his songs, because it was crazy to even remember this now. But Jordan, I think was probably in the second grade, maybe third, and I literally made him sit in the car and listen to that song off of the Ali soundtrack that he did, The World's Greatest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Jordan, listen to the words and just listen to it. Just hear what he's saying. And that's why I said when it comes to he's very multifaceted. He is he can motivate you. I mean, we all remember that I believe I can fly. Come on now. And
Mm.
it was
Yeah, it
motivational.
got
It
on my
was something
nerves.
in mine too. But he
Then they
had
wore it
motivation.
out. Like, all right, that's enough. Damn, that's enough.
Okay. I
It
don't
was
want to
definitely
fly
enough.
anymore. Please take my wings. Thank you. I don't care about flying. I don't want to do it. I'm
But
landing.
I'm just speaking on the fact that he had motivational music. He had,
Hmm.
that feel good music, that music that make your aunties and your grandma and everybody else at the cookout get up and like, oh, that's my jam, all that, all that.
Mm.
But, a lot of people, I think the lines got blurred for him as an artist versus him as a human being. And I
Hmm.
think that's where a lot of people's like, oh, I'm not ever listening to R. Kelly again. But I'm like, listen, I don't understand where we as consumers, human, uh, whatever else you want to call us. I don't understand how it is that we can hold these celebrities to such high standards and ideals because they're in the public eye. but we can't even hold ourselves at that same standard.
I say it all the time. It's let me go ahead and get comfortable. So, as I said before, and I'm gonna continue to say this, everybody, it's not one person in this world right now who don't know R. Kelly, who don't know somebody who like young girls. So don't do that. Don't do that. Second of all, you going by what media is telling you about him without actually knowing him as a person himself. I don't, I can't have somebody tell me about you because that's what their experience was with you. It's not my experience that I have with you.
Right.
And people get it misconstrued when it comes to celebrities because you hear stories and you think you know them. You don't know these people. You don't know the life they lived as kids. You only know what they want you to know.
Mm-hmm.
But and then when you find out that story that you thought you put in your head about this person isn't that person, now all of a sudden he's a bad person or she's a bad person. No, he's not. He's that same person he's always been. You just put him on a pedestal. And when he got that chair was kicked from under him, now you realize he was human the whole time and he had flaws. It might have been some screwed up flaws, but Elvis had flaws, same flaws. Elvis married his damn bride that was 13, 14. Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin who was 13. Stop, stop. Because it's just keep it real. Back in the day, if you did marry somebody 20, 21, 22, she's considered an old maid. They married young.
Yeah, they did.
Yep, they did do a lot of that back then, and I've said it once and I'll say it again. People's like, "Well, Ed, do you listen to R. Kelly?" I was like, "I mean, I listened to him." It was like, "Well, how can you do it?" I said, "It's a word called compartmentalization, and it's to where whenever I listen to, you remind me of something, or some of his other songs. I don't think about R. Kelly as I'm able or have the ability to separate the, if this makes sense, the man
From the
from
artist.
the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like about Robert. See, there's Robert Kelly, and then there's R. Kelly,
R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm able to, when I listen to the music, even though it's the same person. Just imagine, like, you split a watermelon and you do it like that. I'm able just to split away from people. Be like, well, how can you do that? People are like, well, well, this is that. This is that. I'm like, look, you have to realize that
That
these
you
people,
don't know. People got to
yeah,
realize that you don't know Robert Kelly.
yeah, you don't know Robert
You know
Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, you
But
know R. Kelly.
you're confusing the two.
Yeah,
Right.
you only know what you're being fed. You don't know what you're being told. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I look at it like this: these little uncles, these nasty uncles in your family,
Mm.
these,
These friends,
your
these friends.
friends. You got a lot of people that either have partaked or partake in the similar activities that Robert Kelly has done. But the
But
thing about
as
it is,
black people, they always keep it under the rug. What happens in the family
yeah,
stays in the family.
and you don't open your mouth, you don't say nothing, you don't, because what if you say something, you're disrupting the flow, and don't do that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, which is detrimental down the long
Mm-hmm.
run. But as I said once again, like there's not a perfect person on this earth. If you look at athletes, matter of fact, just recently, Richard Sherman, who used to play for the Seattle Seahawks, he just got arrested and got a second DUI. Okay, he's a football player, but off that field, he's human.
I give you one better. A couple days ago, did you guys not see the brawl with what's my man? Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Yeah.
No,
He's
I
human.
haven't watched
Oh,
it.
girl, he was throwing them things. He was
Now
throwing
see,
them things.
now see. Let me tell you something. Them punk ass kids is disrespectful. They just this damn respectful. And I just talked about this on my episode of the Sports Bros podcast, which you can check out.
Plug.
I said, why? Where have we gotten? We'll get back to the music, but a little side note. Where have we gotten as a society as to where it's okay to disrespect people and
Oh, but it is the music.
hmm?
It is part of the music.
The Cam Newton
Music is
situation?
music is disrespectful. That the music these young kids listen to now
Okay,
is
I see what you
teaching
mean.
them to be disrespectful.
I see what you mean. And social media has an influence on it
Social
too.
media, yes, it's
Yeah,
all tied into it. They
yeah.
some disrespect. Listen,
Here she go.
you couldn't pay me to have a child in these days and times. The way that I am, the way that I was raised, the way that I think, I will. Look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. Now I'm a firm believer on respect is given no matter the age,
Mm,
but I'm also a firm believer on if you disrespectful to other people, you disrespecting yourself.
yeah.
You don't have to. You can't teach kids to be disrespectful and then expect them to be respectful in the real world.
Hmm.
But I
And
don't
these
think
parents these days are teaching their kids to be disrespectful because they disrespect themselves. When you online as a parent and you just doing anything just to get those views, what do you expect your kids to be like?
Like
I
to say,
don't really. This is the most I be online. Like I've never
mm-mm.
put a video on. What for? What? I ain't doing nothing spectacular. I'm
So
not.
now,
I mean, yeah, now, but God, I hate to be disrespectful to a lot of people because I see a lot of people that do it. I can't stand to see videos where people just looking at the camera like, "What are you doing?" Like, you just going along with your life and the camera's just watching you. It's like,
but
my favorite one is when it.
some people into it.
My favorite one is when they go live, and it's kind of like,
what are you doing?
what are you doing, man? Like I may have gone live probably maybe 8 to 10 times, and I was at either a football game or doing some sport. I mean, if I go live, I'm making sure I'm going live with purpose. I'm not just sitting there with the phone just going like I have. I'm
I haven't
41 years old.
I
I'm
haven't went
41 years
on
old. Part of my
live ever.
yeah. I'm 41 years
Ever.
old and part of my friends. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. I ain't got time to be sitting there
Mm-mm.
going live, and it's just
And it's my
it's just I
memory.
think
It's my
yeah,
memories. We went to
yeah,
Vegas.
just
Those I didn't post it. I went to Florida this past summer. I didn't put no
mm,
pictures up. It's my
yeah.
memories. Yeah.
Just like I
I'm not trying to impress people out here
mm,
in the world.
no.
To people.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes I'm not fit to fake an emotion to you people.
Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
like I had what did I do? One of my friends, he just kept on sending me stuff. I said, "Hey man, I appreciate it, but hey, but I understand how important this moment is to you, but
Keep it your
be
moment.
be present time in that moment. Tell me about it
That's
later. I know how
that's
I know
my problem.
yeah, I know how important it is to you, but tell me after the fact. I don't mind knowing after everything happens. I'm not the kind of person. Well, how come you never told me what happened? Hey, look, it ain't meant for me to know everything. Ain't meant for me to know everything. But yeah, but reverting back to the music, it's and like I said about R. Kelly and all that stuff, it's just I'm able to compartmentalize and I'm just able to listen to the music. I'm thinking about grown women. I ain't thinking about no young girls. I'm thinking about
No.
grown women that are taxpayers, that take care of kids, that have jobs, that have incomes, that do grown woman stuff, that do grown folk stuff. I'm saying, and I'm whatever I'm saying, I'm not discounting the allegations or the victims, or no, I'm not discounting anything. I just know that when I sit back and I turn on Jay-Z and R. Kelly's one of my favorite songs,
Oh,
Honey, by
yes,
them
best
two.
of both worlds. Yes.
Yes. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that because it's like everybody got a past and everybody got issues. Either they had them or they ongoing. So what you have to realize is that these people are humans too. At the end of the day, they are subject to error. They are subject to do stuff. So the thing about it is you can't hold their feet to the fire because guess
No.
what? If I'm holding somebody's feet to the fire, I might as well take my socks off and put these big 13s up there too.
Uh-oh. Here she go. Here she go. You ready?
Because there's some stuff I've done. I'm like, I'm not perfect.
The thing is, like you said, I'm saying it. I'm not against or saying what he did wasn't wrong because it was in his own right. But there's a but, a big but. You should have did something to him when he did it the first time, and y'all saw him doing it. He had the
Yes.
video tape of him doing it, and y'all let it go. So why
But
wait until later on when they're grown to come out with the documentary of the R. Kelly story? Stop it! Stop it!
I'm
Stop
sorry.
it! I don't even
But you know that's what
care.
it is. But that's what we went through this. We went over this already. A
Yeah,
lot of that there was a reason why it was not stopped initially. When they found out that he married Aaliyah underage with
you pushed
from
it
my
under the
understanding,
rug.
I don't even want to go into who's
You
consented,
threw it
but
under the
she
rug. I
married
don't
an
want to say that too
underage
bad
girl.
because she's passed away and rest in peace. I'm pretty sure she
Understood.
had a story to tell, but I'm pretty sure that hurt that I'm pretty sure that she messing with R. Kelly had a lot to do with her becoming famous, but that's the time for another story. And I'm pretty sure her
Pretty
parents
sure
knew
it did.
about it. And I'm pretty sure her management knew about it. And I'm pretty sure the people that was around him knew about it. And I'm pretty sure the people that was around him with these other chicks knew about it. Because I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna continue to say this until the day God takes my last breath, that R. Kelly is a celebrity. He's not in these schools picking these girls up. He's not in the mall picking these girls up. Who's picking these girls up for him?
It's
Why is
people.
R. Kelly the only person in jail? Because it's a whole ton of people who need to be there locked up with him. Why they're not? Because, as I know, you picked immunity so you wouldn't get in trouble for the part of you and what you did so he can take the blame. You snitched on him. But my favorite saying, and it's from my favorite movie in the 80's, The Poltergeist. You took the tombstones, but you left the body.
Mm,
Damn.
mm. Cue
Man,
the
we almost
bomb
got hit.
sound. Cue the bomb. Hey, look. Cue the bomb sound effect.
I'm gonna have to add that.
Just saying, y'all to keep yourselves from getting locked up. You told what you did, but you got immunity for telling. So you wouldn't get
Cutting
in trouble
deals.
for it. Cutting
Cutting
deals.
deals. Damn, cutting
Cut,
deals. That's what happened.
cutting deals.
Cutting
That's how
deals.
you didn't get in trouble. Because, as I said, he didn't go get those girls.
Mm-mm. A lot of
Those
that
And
people,
stuff, and
his
a lot of
entourage
people.
and their parents, their mothers. Because I can't guarantee my left titty that most of those girls were single parents homes. They had no daddies because the daddies wouldn't have done
Mm-mm.
it.
But I can't even.
I'd
Okay.
have been like, you finna go see who?
Uh-huh.
You gonna sit your little ass right there and go on Star Search? Hey, you about to do?
Hmm.
And even with that, but that's the thing that a lot of people like. Yeah, there's been a lot of back and forth about it. I think the brat recently is like on her, like she's standing 10 toes down on it. Before we keep castrating that man,
Where
where
was
were
the
the parents?
parents?
Yeah.
Where were the
I've
parents?
been saying
Because
that
there's
since
no
the
way as a grown
beginning.
woman, I'm not me. I have a daughter. Do you think at 10, 11, 12, 13, even 14, 15, I'm letting you go to concerts and backstage with a grown man? What?
No, I don't care how much
No.
you like them. First of all, I ain't letting my
I'm
kids.
going to. I'm going
Start a
to.
fan
I'm
club.
going
Start a
to.
fan club.
I feel strongly on this. If my kids could sing, I'm not finna push you to go be no singer at 12, 13, 14 years old. I firmly believe that if you can sing at 13, 14, 15, you can sing at 18, 19, 20 when you're grown. Childhood is the shortest time of your life that you're going to experience. Live that shit. These kids is being put in grown folk situations
And can't
and
handle it.
then
Look at all the
grow up
childhoods
and
of the
be
child
screwed
actors and
up.
child singers and child stars.
And how
Look what
screwed up
happened
they
to
are
Screwed up.
because
It's
they could
only
enjoy childhood.
that's the most precious time in your life. That's the only time in your life where you ain't got to have responsibility. No child should have to have the responsibility of taking care of their family. That should not
Mm-mm.
be on a child's mind. That is your responsibility as a parent. Even if you're struggling, that's still you. That's still you. It's not just because old Tommy, my little Jimmy, can sing his ass off like old is ready. Don't mean I'm gonna let that summer gun go get a record deal at 13, 14 years old. No, you can sing at 18, finish school, be a kid, be a kid, be a child. Because once you turn
but
18, that's when the real world fit smack you in your face. That's when you're old enough
Or
and a little bit wise enough to see what's going on. Because you
or
don't
here's another
realize
one.
that.
Or here's another one. If you think your child has a talent, you think your child has a skill, enroll them in a school. So that way they can get their education and follow their dream at the same time. That way, having that you can still emphasize the importance of having that education by putting these kids in these academies and these specialized art institute program schools that focuses in on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because what it is, if you are talented, if you are a a musical prodigy, a sports prodigy, you need to be around other people like that. You can't be, you
In
can't be in
adult
a regular ass,
situation.
yeah, in adult situations, and you can't be in a regular ass high school. You got to be around like-minded people. And see, the thing about it
Mm-hmm.
is, if you put your kids in these, I don't have kids, but but I'm very observant. I pay attention. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, matter of fact, one of the main problems up here, well, I don't want to call it a problem, but one of the main issues up here is when it comes to sports. We're gonna go to sports real quick, but it all ties in everything. You got private schools versus public schools. Some public schools are just flat out bad, and they're not good for kids. And the thing about it is, as we all know, kids at that high school and the middle school age, they're real impressionable. So what the parents do, they try to find this better alternative. They might find like a Catholic school or a Christian school that offers them the ability to be around like-minded kids. Not saying this stuff don't go on in these schools, but you get out of that environment as to where you see the path that the kid is going, but as a parent, you're able to divert that and put them and put them in a good direction because you know stuff is crazy out here. And guess what? They can go and excel in the arts and athletics and things of that nature. So like and that's my whole thing with this whole arcade thing. I'm over here like, where is their parent? Like, where are their parents at? Like, where
And
is your
why
mama
are
and
they
daddy?
not talking? Why?
Yeah,
What
and why and why
man?
and why yeah, and why are your parents not included in this? It's just like you can't.
You
I look at it
can't
like
sit
this
here and say that he was messing with a 14, 13, 14-year-old girl and the parent won't around. Where is your mama at, child?
because if you know as well as I do, if you know somebody has a reputation of doing something, you're either a not gonna put your kid in that situation, or you're gonna be there to monitor the situation to see what the hell is going on, to see what's what. But
My
some
child won't
people,
go, forgive me. I love Michael Jackson. But that my child won't go to go spend the night with him.
Yeah.
Don't put your child in a situation,
Okay, you
and
could go.
then a situation happens, something happens, and now you want to sue. Now you want to go to the courts. But the people aren't looking at the beginning of how it started that way.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all looking at the end result and not where it started. How did he get these girls? How did I don't know if Michael Jackson did it or not. I don't believe he did. I don't know if he did it or not. I'm just gonna say he didn't do it because he passed away. He's not here, and
To
I know he
defend
got freedom
himself.
to defend himself.
Well,
But why would you put your child in a situation from the beginning and have to have that end result where now y'all want to go to court and say he touched them? He wouldn't have the opportunity to touch them. He wouldn't have the opportunity to have sex with them or anything if he never had the chance to have that opportunity in the first place. Y'all gave them an opportunity, and not the kids, the parents gave them an opportunity.
because some parents they're so focused on,
The
okay,
money.
well, that too, and they're so focused on that fast track to fame. That
Uh-huh.
fast track. We got to get you in front of
Of this person.
the person. We got to get you in front. But the thing about it is, like, as I've back in my heyday, I used to, I do music from time to time, and like studios, some studios are places that you don't want to have,
Your
you know,
child in. They be
have
getting
your kid
No.
in.
high and having orgies.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, the studios I've been to, I've never worried about all that because the studios I've been to have been like at somebody's house or people were, or they were professionals where they knew like, hey, in order for me to focus, you can't be having, you can't be having these girls up in here doing all this wild stuff. And because I said as as a 20-year-old and a late teen and a 20-year-old, I set boundaries. I'm like, look, I'm here to work. I'm here to perfect my craft, and anything that's not a part of that is a distraction, and I don't need it. I don't need it. And I'm pretty sure that these parents have heard the stories about
Mhm.
stuff going on in the studio
I'm gonna give you a
Or
perfect example.
backstage
and
I'm gonna
on a
give you a
tour
backstage
bus.
perfect.
on
I'm
the
gonna
tour
give you a
bus.
perfect example of how it works. When I used to go clubbing, the whole face. Um, so
I caught
I was
that.
I was
I heard it
clubbing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was clubbing.
7
I
days
never.
a week.
Yeah, okay, but I know it was five. I had 2 days break. Okay,
Got to. Yeah, got to.
I met a lot of celebrities during this time. Do y'all know how I met these celebrities? I never met the celebrities because the celebrities brought me backstage.
They
It was
people
the
sent for you.
entourage.
Hmm. They
The
people sent for you.
entourage got me. The entourage picked me out in the group and told me to come backstage. It was
Hmm.
never the fucking damn it star itself.
Mm.
Because you know what the star does?
Sit back
The
and
star
wait.
the star surveys the scene.
Pick
The
them
star
out.
looks at you, and then he tells people,
That's the one. And I mean a lot of celebrities.
yeah,
I want a groupie. You ain't
using
finna
the right
put me on. I'm not a notch on your belt there, baby. You're not fit to get that and say that. No,
using the right
I
place
was.
at the right time.
I just wanted to meet you.
Yeah.
No, we will not do nothing more. No, I don't do. I don't smoke. No, I don't drink.
Mm.
It was nice meeting you, though.
I remember.
But
Get
every
that happy
last one of
T-shirt.
the celebrities was the entourage. It was the people around him. It was never the celebrity itself.
I remember I went to a
I
con.
can believe that.
I remember I went to a concert, and one of my boys was working at the hotels down in Myrtle Beach, and it was when 50 Cent was hot, when he was hot, when he was on fire hot, white hot. And my homeboy said, "Hey man, what you doing?" I said, "Bro, I'm at the house chilling. I'm off tonight. I ain't got nothing going on. What's happening?" He said, "Hey man, I got us backstage. I got us backstage access to 50 Cent." I was like, "Oh shoot, let me go get my life together real quick." So I guess the dude sounds like, yo, he's like, "So what's up?" Somebody from his entourage, not him. Yo, what's up, man? So what y'all got? Y'all ain't got no weed. Y'all ain't got no hoes, nothing. I'm like, I ain't got nothing. What do you mean? What I got? I ain't got nothing. I just like the music, and I'm here to get an experience. That's all. I ain't here to make my
Be your
knees.
groupie.
I ain't here to be no male groupie. I ain't here to make my knees touch my elbows. I ain't here to put no blow up my nose. I'm just here. I'm just here so I can have a story to tell 22 years later.
That part.
I'm
That
here for
part.
the moment.
I met him. I met him. I met her. I don't got
Yeah,
no other story. No, I did not do that with them. No,
yeah,
no. I met
I,
them. He gave me his shirt.
yeah.
Those are
And
my memories.
and the funny thing about it was, I saw some girls back there, and I was like, a few of them local girls, I was like, I was like, I'll decide I don't mind. I don't see nothing. I mean, I had a chance to I didn't say anything to 50 Cent, but I had a chance to speak with Lloyd Banks. I had a chance to talk to DJ Who Kid. Yeah. So I mean, I went back there and had a good damn time. That's all I
I mean,
tell you. So
it all boils down to that ties in with the Bill Cosby thing.
mhm.
Hold on,
He's
before y'all
asked.
start, I just want to share my experience.
Oh, go ahead.
Now,
We're sorry. We didn't mean to hijack
it's
the
all good.
episode
It's
from you.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
Go
okay. All's forgiven. So the crazy part about it, you guys both have concert experience, backstage experience with, meeting these celebrities and stuff. And
Mhm.
people that know me when I was younger, my dad was a DJ. And here in North Carolina, that was big things. Especially back in that 50 Cent era. That's kind of when he was really, really doing his thing.
Hot.
And he was um he was actually with a record pool that was out here in Raleigh.
Mm.
So when they had events and like meet and greets and stuff going on, my dad, and this is where I said, when you talk about where were the parents when all this was going on, my dad would bring me and my brothers with him to go meet and greets for these artists and this person and these little get-togethers and these. When Petey Pablo when he first before he dropped his first single, we went and saw him at they had an event. I want to say it was downtown Raleigh, but they had an event out here in Raleigh. It might have been Apex, I don't know, but I got the chance to like literally watch Petey Pablo perform on stage before North Carolina dropped.
Mm.
I got the opportunity to meet, back when Soleil was hot, sort of.
Oh boy, Soleil.
Was she ever really?
Yes, sort of, sort of.
She's fine though. I ain't
But
gonna lie to you.
I
She's
know
fine.
she was pretty, but I don't think she had no talent to do nothing else really pretty. But go ahead, I digress.
she was just always on the back end of stuff. But I met Soleil. She's
All the way back.
tall. God, she was tall.
She fine too.
The
Gorgeous.
day that we met Soleil, we were actually supposed to have a meet and greet with Destiny's Child, but it rained and they didn't come. They wouldn't leave the hotel. So, those are the certain experiences that I had. But the difference with my experiences with certain little situations was the fact that my dad was present. He was there.
Parental
He didn't let
supervision.
me. He
All
did
the
not let
time.
me dip off over here with this guy or dip off over here. No, my dad at all times had eyes on me and knew where I was at all times. So it's like I definitely feel that aspect of it when you have a
Somebody watching
parent or
over you.
somebody that's right. When you have that guardianship or that actual responsible adult watching over you, then that makes the difference. Um, like I said, I just never had that experience of going somewhere by myself to go meet celebrities or do meet and greets, and I'm by myself as a kid, and oh, I can go backstage and I could be a groupie. I was never in that position. I was
But
never put in those
first of
situations.
all, who wants to be a groupie? I I've always, as a kid, said one thing: they're human beings. I'm not fit to be. Oh my God, thinking over you. I don't
There's
care.
only two celebrities that I would be like that with, and maybe three. That is Tony Braxton, Monica, and maybe Usher.
It's only one
I'm
for
an
me.
Usher fan.
But it ain't even
I'm gonna
about.
just
It's not even that. It's because he's fine, and that's more chestnut, and that's because I've been married to him secretly in my head for the past I don't know how many years. But I know he married. I know he don't cheat. But in my head, he mine. And that'd be the only person in this world I swoon over because we's married. I's married to him.
I was married now.
He just don't know
but
it.
there's only a few, and I don't think I would swoon. I think I would just be more so fangirl, like,
Oh,
oh my god, I can't believe, oh my god, that's so and so. But I'm gonna have to play it cool because I'm a G.
and my
Yeah,
baby daddy,
in
the
in
rock,
your head,
the
in
rock.
your head, The Rock. In
My
your head,
kid, no, seriously, he's my baby daddy. My kids believe that for years, even though their real daddy used to come get them, but they really believe the Rock was their daddy for years. I
I
had
ain't gonna
them
look.
thinking the Rock was their daddy.
tell it,
I ain't gonna tell you.
tell it.
I ain't gonna tell you what I told my
Hey,
mother-in-law.
hey, look, tell their real daddy, my daddy on TV. Man, get your ass in that car.
Mhm. It's
I
okay.
ain't gonna tell you what I told my mother-in-law, and she thought I was serious, and I was like, I wasn't serious, but I've always said it ever since I watched him. So backstory: me and a couple of my ladies from D Block. What up? What up? Um, we used to watch the NBA playoffs and whatnot
Mm,
in county, and that's when I became a Chicago Bulls fan. At that point in time, I made up in my mind. Don't talk about it. Don't judge me. Just roll with it.
okay.
That Derrick Rose was my kid's father.
I mean, the Rock was
And I've been
mine.
running with that. That's been my narrative.
I mean,
Derrick Rose is that's my kid's dad. That's it. And I
and
told my
the
mother-in-law,
Rock is still mine.
but I told my
Yes,
mother-in-law
you
this
know, if
not
he's
long
so much
ago.
child support.
So I told her this not long ago, and I didn't think that she took it serious. And she was just like, she looked at me and she was like, "Well, if Derrick Rose is their daddy, what you doing here?"
That part. Why was I struggling all these years while he making millions? He
Hey,
just
things
don't want
happen.
to take
Things
care of these
happen.
kids.
I'm
That's all.
like,
He just don't
things
want to
happen. I
take
was
care of
young.
these kids. He just don't want to.
I was young.
And The
I don't know
Rock,
what
if you
happened.
ever see this, you need to pay me my child support. We
Derrick
absolutely.
Rose, I'm gonna just shut up right now because back to R. Kelly.
Okay. Oh yeah, that down. Okay. So what I was going to say about the Bill Cosby thing.
Hmm.
Oh, Bill Cosby. I'm pretty sure that he didn't do nothing that all those celebrities back there was doing. He's just bigger.
Hmm.
And they tried to take. They didn't try. They did. They took that man's legacy, and it's sad that they did it the way they did it.
They
But
tried. I think they
yeah,
tried.
yeah, they
I don't.
tried because I
They,
still look at Bill Cosby. I would still watch the Cosby Show. I don't care.
yeah,
Um,
they
my
tried. I
issue
mean,
with that whole situation is, like we discussed before, how do you remember what happened 30 years ago so vividly? That's the first part. The second part is, who in their right mind goes to these certain places that you know it's not for business to do business? Why would you do that? Why would you? I wish The Rock would ask me to go to a hotel. Never mind, that's the wrong example. I wish somebody else would ask me to go to a hotel or their house to conduct some type of business meeting. Like, I'm not. No, we can meet at McDonald's. We can
well,
meet at the library. We can meet. We can meet anywhere else. We can meet at the what is the banquet or something or the office because hotels have offices.
yeah.
Banquet halls,
Yeah, we
meeting
can go.
The,
Yeah,
halls.
the
meeting
conference
hall.
room. Yeah, the conference
Yeah,
room.
the
Yeah.
conference room. We don't gotta go to why we got. Why are you telling me to come to room 124? I'm
Hell, we
not
can meet in the
going.
lobby.
That part. They got chairs. I'm
Yeah.
not going to a hotel room to conduct business. Once again, these people know ahead of time what it is that could possibly happen, and yet you still go.
You
These
let
ain't kids. These are
mm,
grown women.
you let a
What you
female.
know?
Yeah, you let a female celebrity talk some Eddie. Um, I'm down here at the Clevelander. Okay, cool. We're gonna have a meeting at see, here's the thing about it. We're gonna have a meeting at 9:30 at night. Okay, so we're gonna have this meeting at you can come up to my room number 325
112.
yeah, room 112.
I'm not coming.
I know it's like this as a man, oh I know what's about to happen. I know what's about to happen. You want
And
me?
as a
9:30 at night.
as a woman, a man asks, we know what's fit to happen.
Yeah, we
We
know what's
ain't
gonna happen.
meeting in business hours between the hours of 8 and 5.
Yeah, you want me to pat that bottom. You want me to pat that bottom like a ketchup bottle.
That part,
That's
no,
what you want. No, I'm
no.
not dumb. Come on now. Come on.
And it goes back to these kids. I'm a firm believer on one thing. Kids know what they're doing. You can sit here and say their minds haven't fully developed, blah blah blah, yakety smackety. The truth of the matter is, even as infants, not infants, toddlers, children know right from wrong. It ain't about whether they mind it, whatever y'all they be trying to say scientifically. They may not have a good impulse, but they know right from wrong. That's why they lie. When you ask them if they did something, no, because they know they're gonna get in trouble for it. That is knowing you did something wrong.
And speaking of that, ladies, you have children, and I've seen enough children over the years. You know, when babies, like little babies, when you ask them to, um, hey, go grab that toy, and they're looking at it, and then they look at you, and then they're looking at it again, and they're looking at you. You know what's going on? They processing. They processing. Babies that are kids, kids process stuff. The thing about it is when it comes to processing at a at an early age, you know, when kids babies thing at an early age processing, it's not as sharp. But over
Mm-hmm.
time, it gets sharp all the way until adulthood. That's where instead of having that delayed process, the process is a snap second. Like the thing about it is, if you've been taught right from wrong, then you should know
No,
right from wrong. As a
right
matter
from
of fact,
wrong.
prime example before we get back to the music, prime example, I knew
Yes.
that if these kids used to go with, they did bad stuff and they got in trouble. And so I told myself, if I do bad stuff, I'm going to get in trouble too. And plus, I had my mom and dad on my ass too, so I knew better.
Mm-hmm. That's why
So
my
I
dad
said,
always told me it's no peer pressure. No such thing. You can't pressure nobody to do nothing they didn't want to do. You have the right to say no. I have
and a,
plenty of friends that did a lot of stuff. No,
and a lot
and
of
don't
times,
keep asking it because you're just gonna piss me off.
people got their mind made up before it even happened.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You already know what you're gonna do before.
Exactly.
Yeah, you already know what you're gonna do.
I mean, I get it. I do get it. I just think that when it comes to, and like you guys already said, you guys have both said it, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb and say it too. It's not to discredit or take
Mm-mm.
away from what anybody has
Mm-mm.
experienced
Not at
because
all. Not at all.
obviously it
Mm-mm.
it affected you in a way. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking that away from you. All I will say is this: as a woman, like there have been, and don't get me wrong, because there's women that go through it all the time and have been through it, where you might be in a situation that did not call for that, where somebody has those intentions for that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I get those kind of situations. I get those 100%. And wrong, right is right, wrong is wrong. Period. At
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, I don't care how you flip it, how you turn it, what color you make it, how you heat it. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
If I said no, that's what I meant. If you are not in that position to consent,
Mm-hmm.
then it's wrong. Period.
Yeah.
If you're too intoxicated or too inebriated to consent, it is wrong. It is against the law. It is illegal.
Yeah.
I will say that. I will also go on a limb and say things like this because, like I said, I don't know these people. I don't know exactly what they went through. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how we went from A, B to C. I don't
Mm.
know. I wasn't there. I will say, though, just like you said earlier, if I don't put myself in a situation to have that possibly happen, why am I coming to your hotel room at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night for a meeting? What do we have to discuss? And then if I get there and I see that you got drinks flowing and you're trying to set the mood, I'm out.
I
Because
wouldn't even
if
have the
you don't,
opportunity to be out. I ain't going.
I wouldn't either, but I'm just saying if it got to that point where, okay, well, what, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what would be the premise to get somebody into a hotel room at night for a business meeting. That's not a business meeting.
Mm-mm.
No,
You're trying to get what you can get and do what you can do. That's all
it's
fine and dandy.
business, but it ain't the
But
business that you want.
no, it's
Mm-mm.
definitely not that business. But if you were not tied or at gunpoint or knife point, your life was not in jeopardy for you to have gone to that room.
Yep.
That's where I don't, the math ain't mathing for me.
No.
When it comes to not even public area, private areas, you had to have gained access from someone to get into that situation. Why are we in that situation? If there's a 50-50 chance that, okay, I'm going for, let's just say even with these little girls, y'all know what y'all was doing. You might not have been of mental capacity to consent. You might not have been legal age to consent.
Okay.
No. I'm not
that
blaming
right
the
there.
person that it
No.
happened to, but it's
That
like,
right there.
if
That
I
you
know,
said the magic word, you won't at the legal age to consent.
and that's it. You're not at the legal age to consent, but you're infatuated with this idea of
You
this
heard
man,
R. Kelly.
and that's what you went
R.
off of.
Kelly.
And you're
Because
blinded, and you're blinded by the
you saw
infatuation.
the infatuation and the money.
That's what you're blinded by. That's what
The
got you blinded.
money. Why
But
I
that's how a
say
lot of
that?
these celebrities get hemmed
Because
up and stuff like that.
it ain't even no.
No, I'm just saying in general. When you
Not
think
even.
about the
But the
bigger
thing
picture,
is, it's not just celebrities. That happens on an everyday basis. That's why I'm so mad about it. That shit happens every day. That shit happens every day. We all know somebody when we was in school, because we talked about it, that only went for older guys because they had money and they had a car.
Infatuated.
yeah, you are absolutely right. There's something that I want out of this situation, and I know how to get it. It's going to be to put myself in that situation.
Exactly.
Understood. But you got to also look at it
that's
too.
where that saying came with back in the day. A woman would trap a man. They trap him. Money. A lot of these celebrities got trapped. Money.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when you look at from the ages with females, 13 to 17, I'll say, there's a lot that men will flaunt to attract females. They put on this show to attract females. And depending on the type of, like, this is like I have to explain to my son, and I'm for sure, Charlie, you've explained to your son as well when he was coming up. Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
The type of attention that you're whatever you're looking for in these women and these females, whatever you're doing to attract that is what you're going to attract. So when you're going out here, got all this, you're flaunting money, you're flashy, you got the nicest car, your car's clean, you're this, that, and the other. You're doing all this to attract a female. What are you trying to attract with that female?
Because what you're going to end up getting is a gold digger. But to be honest with you, I really didn't.
But that's what you're attracting.
I didn't speak to my son about that at all. I spoke to my girls. I told my girls the same thing my daddy used to tell me growing up. Don't be impressed by what he got because that's what he got. That's that's his money. That's his car. Not yours. He dump you. He taking his money and his car.
His car.
And then the next one gonna come in line. And shout out to the daddies that have took the time to put their daughters on some game.
That part.
Shout out to the daddies.
Yeah, man.
Morris Jones, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, it might not be the same kind of game that you was getting or the same kind of game that the next was getting, but I got some game too now.
I ain't never been impressed about what somebody had because it's what you got. I ain't got it.
Yeah, it's a classic. I mean, I can't recount how many times. I'm gonna get a little personal here real quick. I can't recount how many times that while I was in a relationship, I would have young ladies trying to push up on me. I'm like, baby, it ain't that kind of party. That ain't what I do. Like, and see, the thing about me, I am what I am. First of all, I'm handsome as hell. Handsome as all get out. That's number one, first and foremost. Number two,
okay,
I have a wonderful personality. Number three, I'm respectful. Number four, I have my manners. You kind of tied it with 3 and 4. And I work. I got all my teeth. I'm working toward. I'm college educated. Nothing against the people that aren't college educated, but I'm saying this is what I got going for myself. I got dreams. I got goals, and I got ambitions. So naturally, my charisma, or the Riz as the kids call it, the Riz
Oh
is
shit.
going to attract a certain type of woman, a certain type of female. But then again, sometimes instead of it going for a certain type, the spectrum goes from here to here
Mm-hmm.
and attracting all types. And it's like, okay, well, I know what I do want to deal with, and I know what I don't want to deal with. Because the best thing about being 41 is like, I see a little bit of everything. I done heard the stories. And as I said before, I am a visual learner and I learn from my environment around me. If I see things happen to somebody, I look at from A to Z and all points in between, and I can pick. And when it starts to happen to me, okay, this is how it's starting. Okay, I see where this is going. Okay, all right. Now it's time to end this whole Now it's time to end all this right now, baby. I'm good, but I'm on another level. I'm on another direction. I'm doing different stuff. So from the male perspective, it's just like as you said, is what you as a man is what you put out because women want a guy that's confident, that has an aura about him, that has something special about him. And so if you want to attract, and then sometimes we can't help who we attract, and then I can't help who I attract. Sometimes it just ill what it is, and either I want to deal with it or I don't. That's the choice I got.
That is that. But you know what? That is the joy of getting older.
Well, you see shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I get ghost quick.
yeah.
We had that
Where
episode. We
where
had that
where
conversation.
I want in my life right now, I don't care about your money, honey. I just want to be. I just want to make sure my lights is gonna be paid, and I got a place to lay my head, and I got food to eat. I'm not materialistic because one thing these girls gonna have to learn, and I learned, God give it, and God would take it away.
Sure will.
He would bless you and take that blessing away just as soon as He blessed you with it. If you don't know what you're doing with it,
Yeah.
and I
And since
learned
we
that.
on
I learned that the hard way, but I
and,
learned.
si- and since we on this topic, it just hit me. Like a lot of times, I'll be at work and I'll be trying to hear nobody conversations. I've heard these girls complain about how lame these dudes is. He won't he won't take out the garbage. He don't want to cook. He don't want to put the dishes in the dishwasher. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, but when it come time to getting that bottom pat like a damn bottle of ketchup, you're still doing it.
The thing, okay,
What you doing?
I was waiting. I'm like, well, somebody, anybody, speak up.
So yeah,
okay, so
ladies, help me out. Help
okay,
me.
so
Not understand, but shine some light on it like a flashlight. All right, that's how.
that
What the?
comes that comes with not having the self confidence to speak the hell up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. I had to tell my boyfriend because we were thinking about moving in with each other, and I had told him I'm not fit to cook for you every night. I work too. I'm not fit to clean up after you every night. I'm not doing none of that stuff because I work. He said because his mom used to do it, and he felt like oh, that's what women should do. And I was like, well, I'm not. First of all, I'm not your mama.
Mm-hmm.
And I said,
Number one.
second of all, if you want a traditional woman, then you be a traditional man. If you want me to do the cooking and the cleaning stuff, I don't need to work. And that's how that's where the traditional stops. That's what people don't get. I'm not fit to do none of that. If you want a
Mm-hmm.
traditional woman, then be a traditional man because back in the day when they was paying the bills and stuff and she was sitting at the house, he was paying the bills. She was
Mm-hmm.
cooking and cleaning. You
Mm-hmm.
can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. And when that statement you said about the girls complaining, that's because they ain't said nothing. Like you said, you let him take you to Pound Town without the other stuff coming. I'm not doing none of that. If it's a 50-50 thing at this point, I
I
don't
can
believe a
say,
woman should take the trash out. Now that's the only sexist thing in my whole repertoire. I'm not taking the trash out. I really believe that's a man's job. I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't expect a woman to do everything for you because I say it to my boyfriend. You live on your own, right? He was like, yeah. Who the
who
hell
do it
doing
for you
that for
now?
you now?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just
We for
saying.
you now. Like,
Yeah.
you mean we move in together, all of a sudden you just stop? No,
Mm-mm.
no. Because I'll go get something to eat and you've been hungry.
I, I,
I get it on the way home from work.
yeah. I'm the kind of dude. I ain't got no shit in my game. I cook, clean, wash dishes, cut the grass, do the yard work. Need me to clean the house, I clean the house, no problem. Need me to do the laundry, no problem. I don't. As a man, I don't mind doing my part to to keep us here. I don't mind doing that because that's the kind of person I am because I realize the importance of I guess you say that's my love language.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like and the thing about it is there are times I don't even have to be told to do it. I look at it
It need to be done.
and get it done. There ain't no looking at the grass like, oh, I sure hope something happened to the
That's the
grass.
thing. The problem me and my boyfriend gonna have is he has OCD.
Oh, wait.
I'm not. I'm not dirty, but I'm disorganized.
And
If that makes
OCD,
any sense.
yes. It's like this.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's like this. He might not know where something is, but you know exactly where to go get it.
I know
Right?
exactly where it's at because
Exactly.
I know, and it's like I'm one of those people like when I clean up, I can clean my room, put stuff up,
Yeah.
and the next day I was screwed up because I don't remember where I put such and such and such because I didn't put it somewhere.
Put it
And
in
I
a new
tell him all the
place.
time, I live in dysfunction because my
Mhm.
mind is constantly going.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a clutter in my mind, like you said, but I know where everything's
You know exactly where it
at.
is.
In the
Like, no,
clutter.
it's like,
When shit,
oh
when
my
it
God, I know where it is. Like, I
when
know where
it's
it's at. It's right
neat,
over there.
yeah,
Yeah.
when it's neat, it bothers me because it's just like, ugh.
Mhm.
That's our biggest issue. He's a
Yeah.
clean freak, and I'm a disorganized person.
Hmm.
And I always tell him my mind is cluttered. My mind is always going. Like I'm always thinking.
You're like an organized mess.
Yes, pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much. And he's so everything, a place for everything, and everything has a
Yep.
home.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't know you was coming. You got knock. It's a door.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah,
But yes,
and I
there's
realized
levels to it.
too,
I get it.
my son is probably going to be one of those men. He's going to be one of those lazy men, and I hate to say it that way, but he lived in the house with four females, and I would when it comes to me cleaning, even with my kids, my girls, I only had one child that was like the neatest person. That was my daughter Jada. My other ones, I'm one of those people that if it's not clean the way I want it to be clean, don't do it.
Don't touch
You
it.
know what I
Yeah. Don't.
mean?
Mm.
If you don't wash dishes the way I feel like the dishes should be washed, don't wash them.
I've had to learn, honestly, even because I was really, 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 really bad with that. And I've had to learn to shut up.
Yeah, you got to because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. My son's 27. He's gonna be 28 next Monday. Laziest summer gun of the face of this earth. It ain't going
No, don't do
right.
that to him. Don't do that to him.
No, no, no. I tell him every day.
Mm.
He has to be. He's getting better at like dishes. He do the dishes without being told. But he'll
Hmm.
let them son of a gun sit in that seat for a couple of days before he do it. Because I had to start with,
Yeah.
if you want something to eat, I'm not cooking if the kitchen is a mess.
Yeah.
Like my oldest one and my youngest one are my two lazy ones. My baby
Mm.
girl and my oldest son. My daughter, I never let her cook because she was always little. And I used to tell my kids, if you can't reach the back of the stove, you ain't got no business cooking.
Can you do
You don't need
this?
to be, yes, if you got to
No.
stand up on something, you don't need to be cooking.
Yeah. You can
And
watch me. You can watch me.
unfortunately, it took her a while to get to that point. And by the time we got to that point, it was too late to teach her. She's lazy. I ain't gonna sit and tell you a lie. She's lazy. Your mom lazy. My children lazy.
Mm.
They lazy. They don't clean shit. And
Mm.
the kitchen, my son had to learn. Clean the kitchen means clean the kitchen. His clean the
Not just the
kitchen
dishes.
means the dishes. It's like, no, wipe the stove, the sink, wipe.
The
sweep
the
the floor,
counter,
Get the floor, yeah.
yeah.
refrigerator.
He just cleans the kitchen. He cleans the dishes. I just be like, bro.
What is this?
I said the kitchen. The kitchen until
It's
Yeah,
a whole space.
it's the space in the bathroom.
yeah,
I don't even get started on that.
Men in the
I
bathroom.
see. I think that I'm just one of those people. Like my clean, like when I get in my mode and I'm cleaning, don't bother me.
yeah.
Don't bother me.
Let me turn
When
my
I tell
music
you I'm
on.
going
Let
to
me turn my
clean,
music on and zone out.
that's it.
Let me do it. Let me get out of the way. Let me do it. I don't need you micromanaging.
Cause I'm
Hold
one of
this
those
little.
people that I like for the house to be empty. I don't want nobody at the house with me. I don't want you. And one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's probably one of y'all's too. It's everybody's. When you finish the dishes and they go in their room and bring some dishes out, you better wash them damn dishes.
We got to a point now. There better not be no damn dishes in your room.
Yeah, better not be no dish in that damn room to begin with.
No, I don't play
I
that.
have to look
Nope.
because I got these cups and the bigger ones from
See,
Walmart, 50 cents each. Plug in.
yeah, I got some
I
of them
got all
too.
those
All
dishes.
that.
But even with that, now this is the unspoken rule in my house. Unless you pay bills, you don't eat in your room.
Oh well, yeah, shit. I can't say that to him.
You don't pay. You pay bills.
He
Oh, you
pays.
pay bills. You can eat on your room all day. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. You pay bills, fine.
And
You
I'm
don't
a
pay no bills.
stickler. I'm so and my kids hate this about me. I know how many towels I got. I know how many cups I got, how many plates, how many spoons, how many forks. I know how many I got. If I go in his kitchen and wash these dishes and I don't got all my damn cups, I'm going to your room and get my damn cups. Bring my cups. Jamal, how many towels you got?
Then, hey, then look at you, be like, how you know all that?
I counted them. I know I got 25 damn towels in this house. I ain't got but 12 in here. How many towels do you need to wash your ass?
Exactly. Yeah.
How many do you wash? And I know a lot of people might think it's nasty, but the average person uses a towel at least twice.
Hell,
Sir,
I do. Hey, look. Here's the thing about it. I live alone. I rotate a towel once a week.
be honest with you. Me too.
I rotate towel. Why?
I use that summer gun 3 to 4 times. I don't care. But it's
Why?
like I hang it up. I got a hook in
Yeah.
my door. Jamal, are you changing towels every time you wash your ass, sir? Because what is you doing?
Yeah. Hey, look. I use that thing. I use that thing for a week. Matter of fact, I'm about to switch my towel out now. That I'll be talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we dirt. That's like this. Ain't no need to dirtying up all them damn towels.
Why? Why do you got 12 towels?
Well,
In
because
3 days, 4 days, in a week, you got 12 towels, sir.
hey, you know what that mean, don't you?
I understand the washcloth
Yeah,
because
you bet.
I don't use my face to wash my face with the one I wash my body with. Now that's nasty.
No.
Hey, when it comes to washcloths,
Mm.
one for here, one for down there.
Yes, it's got to be two. I
Yeah.
can't unless the only time I use the same washcloth is if I wash my face in the bath. I mean, in the shower with a new washcloth. I
Yeah.
use that one then, and then I use it for
But
body.
as
But
soon as it touch
I'm
the body,
touch the body. I'm not touching my face.
it's not your body rag.
Now, if I
Yeah.
just go to the kitchen, I'm in the bathroom in the morning before work to wash my face, that's a new rag.
Yeah. Whole new rag. Yeah, man. You gotta dirting up on them damn.
Man, and I'd be mad. Like people who lived with me before be like, this bitch and her towels. Yes, I counted them. My niece
Yeah.
stayed with me, and I had some towels missing. She was with somebody else. I called her. Did you take my towels with you? She was like, yeah, auntie. Well, make sure you bring my towels back when you come back.
Yeah. I need my
And
towels back.
I'm a stickler about my towels that I've decorated in my bathroom. Do not dry your hands with my decorative towels. Why did you dry your hands with my decorative towels?
I don't understand why people do
How you
that.
keep saying it like that?
I don't understand why people do that. If you see that the bathroom has a theme, if if something over here is brown, something over here is brown, something right there is brown. If you see a brown theme, you see a brown towel. 9 times out of 10, but I might not need to use that. Or if it got like a flower or it got like a design on it, 9 times out of 10, yeah, I might not need to do that. But somebody's like,
And actually, you know my bathroom, I'd be hooking them up.
Girl,
You would
yes.
get cussed out, up ways, down ways, sideways, in between. I'ma cuss you out. Did you
Well-
use my decorative towel to dry your hands? That is a closet in the bathroom full of towels.
when
Get
people
one.
when people come to when people come to my spot, look here. I ain't gonna dig the towels, but it's plain to see. You use that towel right there to
Right
dry
there.
off your hands, right there. And if you feeling some kind of way, let me know and I'll get you a towel. Or if you
That
don't
part.
want to, or if you don't want to bug me, and don't want to use a towel,
That part. But what you ain't gonna do
See,
is touch my decorative towel that's hanging up there. Cause mine got like flowers and fans and stuff sticking out of it and stuff. I got mine set up.
yeah.
Did you use my
I'll do you
decorative
one
towel?
better. See, I keep it simple. I have decorative towels, but if you use my bathroom, I always keep paper towels in the bathroom. Don't you touch nothing.
You know what? That's smart. I
Wash your
might have to do
hands,
that.
paper towels. And you know who got me on the paper towel thing is my mother-in-law, because she paper towels everywhere. There's paper towels
Oh, I need
everywhere.
to start getting the
Bathroom,
paper
kitchen.
towels. Use the paper towel, please. Don't touch my towels.
Get a roll
Don't
for the bath. Yeah, get a whole roll for the
don't
bathroom. Yep.
touch my towels. Oh my God. I would probably kick you out my house. You got
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, I noticed.
You got to
I
go.
mean, I never got kicked out because I ask questions. I don't touch stuff without asking. I'm gonna ask. When in doubt, ask questions.
And
Cause
they'd be
I
like,
was
That's me.
out.
and they'd be like,
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you.
and they'd be like,
Before I gotta go to the bathroom, do you have some where's the towel I can use?
yeah. Well, why'd you ask? Hey, I know you. Hey, I know you're real particular about your stuff. What I'm not gonna do, because people, um, my brother, he's my brother. He's real. He's self-admitted OCD, and I know that he like things a certain way. So what I'll do, I will ask, bro, what's this? Can I do this, bro? Can I do that, bro? Can I do this? You can't. That. That's how people are. What you have to do, you got to try your best to respect,
People's
have
places.
that,
People's
ha-
houses.
respect their spaces, because putting the shoe on the other foot, you don't want nobody to go in your house tearing your stuff up.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
And
I
see,
love my niece. I love her. I let her stay with me. She got 2 kids. Them kids was jumping on my couch and stuff like that. Boy.
no,
And it's bad because nobody ever sat on the couches. Like they was practically brand new. Why is the children jumping on my shit? Okay, and I have to tell your kids gonna put you out of here. Your kids gonna get you put out.
what you mean
Because
by that?
everybody who comes to my house know, any house that I stay in, they know one thing about me. I have a theme in every one of my rooms.
yes, she does.
Everything is color
Yes, she does.
coordinated.
Yes, she
Yeah,
does. She literally, this one literally, I remember when she redecorated. She sends me pictures of everything that she's doing.
Mhm.
nothing
And I
wrong with that.
handmade,
Not for an opinion, but just to show me, hey, I did this.
I
Yeah,
handmade
Because
it,
every time I go to her
sew
house,
it,
I love it.
paint it. I do everything by hand. Do it yourself. I do it myself. So why is you gonna come here and tear my shit up? No, don't do that.
yeah.
I don't care if I
And see,
did
my
get
thing
half from the
is,
Dollar Tree. I don't care. I put it together.
it's mine. My biggest thing is like my pride is I like a house, once I clean, and you've been in my house before, you already know.
Mhm.
Between incense, plugins, and candles. Those are my things. And I love Bath and Body Works. I mean, those are cool
I
too.
use the wax melt. I use the wax melt.
Now I have a wax melt, but I don't use it often because I've had accidents with wax melts before when they got knocked over, because I know accidents happen.
Mm.
And wax melts got knocked over on carpet.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I don't really do the wax melts much unless it's like a flat surface.
yeah.
But like my wife, she knows my plugins from Bath and Body Works. Don't play with my stuff. My candles, Don't just go lighting my candles all over the house all
Listen,
willy nilly.
don't light my candles or decorative candles. I don't give a damn if the lights go out. Don't you light my decorative candles?
Yeah. We gonna
I like mine for the
I
smell.
smell my candle. It's a go. Did you light my decorative candle? That damn thing.
And you can tell a decorative candle versus a regular use candle.
Yeah.
So the decorative candles ain't never been lit.
Smell cranberries and
Yeah.
vanilla.
What is this?
You
You
like
get
that?
out. Just get
We
out.
got a week. We got a light, so I don't care. You gotta turn your flashlight on your phone.
Yeah. Get out.
But I love my candles. I love the way they smell. So I'm like, when I get in my mode and I'm cleaning, deep cleaning or whatever I'm doing, you've been in my house before. Like I like certain things a certain way, and I have to, like I said, sometimes I got to sit back and be like, okay, just shut up, because having a teenage boy in the house,
they stink.
He ain't like me.
Next question.
That too, but he ain't like me when it comes to
boy got an older.
Precise.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the cleaning.
They still got an older.
And especially them teenage boys that play sports.
Woo-wee.
When I tell you, that boy was raunchy, and I'd be like, dude, open the window.
Hey, over there smell like 4 quarters of basketball.
Basketballs.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I smell like 4.
I said it for you because
I don't know. Jamal don't even play sports, and when he was a teenager, he just stank. And I was just like, bruh. And then when he didn't take a shower, he took showers, but he still had an odor. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
And it's like an earthy dirt smell.
Yeah,
like,
we are.
Something.
As a former, I'm a grown man now, but as a former boy, us boys, we're a bit odoriferous. I will say we are a bit odoriferous.
I guess y'all sweat glands kick in overtime when puberty hit. It'd be like,
I mean, just right here working hard. One thing I never did though, one thing I never had the issue was with deodorant, because I didn't like smelling myself. I didn't like smelling that. So I mean, from the time I was able to wear deodorant,
it was Jamal and Shania. Shania used to be a tart little girl. You know, she stayed outside playing. She was the definition of outside.
Yeah. Smell like the earth.
Boy.
That wasn't an earthy smell. It smelled like dirt.
Yeah.
It smelled like something that don't need to be smelled in the humans.
Outside.
But I probably used to smell that because as a kid, I didn't like taking baths. I hated taking baths. And everybody, why? Because I felt like, okay, growing up in the 80s, once you take a bath, everything shuts down. You can't play no more.
You're in the house.
You're done. You're done for the house.
Yeah, you're done. It's a wrap. Sit down in one spot on the chair next to grandma and watch TV. Don't say nothing else.
It was a wrap. I can't play no more. The day is done.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. As an adult, I've had time. I don't know, be honest. I'm being real because I don't lie. During the pandemic, I had some smelly days. Cause what the fuck am I doing?
ain't nobody going. You ain't going nowhere and doing that. You ain't going nowhere and doing that.
See me? Ain't nobody gonna smell me. But you know,
oh hello, we came to see you.
Like you said, yeah, you did. But I'm saying most days I was by myself. Like you said, when you got to the point where you do this.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie, you need to go wash because girl, you funky.
Yeah.
I had a few hot dog moments. Onions. I had some onion moments. I was just like,
the white onions smell like white onions.
You be like, is that me?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh yeah, that's me.
Hey, I ain't gonna.
No, but you know what? It's if you're in your own space, it is what it is. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. But my issue is, I've never understood. Listen, I work in a grocery store.
Oh, here we go. Funky coworkers. Let's get it.
Why y'all hitting harder than the produce department?
Smell like asparagus.
When I tell you, I have literally worst time to smell people, and you wouldn't know.
Early in the morning.
No, when you pregnant.
I wouldn't know, but from what I've heard, you smell everything.
Listen, I've had people. I'll never forget. I worked at Wendy's. I was pregnant with Cece. It was this guy. He was. I don't know what you call him, but Hindu. I mean, he was from West India. Yeah. I don't know what he smelled. What that smell was, but he stank. And it wasn't. And the crazy thing is, nobody else smelt them but me. But I guess it was my pregnancy nose that smelt it, and he smelled like a strong Pepsi. And he literally used to
Strong
make it.
Pepsi.
It was a Pepsi smell, but strong. It was just like, and I used to have to tell them, listen, he's making me sick, literally. It was Pepsi amplified. It was like, oh my god, he used to make me gag every day until I told him, don't put me beside him no more.
Yeah,
Because he used
a
to do
lot
the
of
side. Girl, I used
a,
to like,
a lot of them,
Let's see.
a lot of men in that culture, they don't wear deodorant,
deodorant
or they have a
smell come out their
they
pores.
I think that's what it is.
or they use some kind of cologne, and I ain't gonna lie to you, the cologne is not. It's like what is?
Yes.
God damn, you look like I know who'll be here now. I know who'll be here now because
Man,
you know you
listen,
got your
and I wasn't being mean or picked on him or nothing, but it got to the point I said, you stink. You
you
stink.
pregnant. You pregnant. You
Yeah.
smell everything.
I smell it and it was intense. And I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't be with
Yeah,
this man because he's making my stomach turn.
yeah.
He
You gotta
did
put
it.
it. You gotta put him over there.
Yes. His my girl, I was my baby father. He had an odor, he stunk to me. And he could take a shower. It was just his body odor. It wasn't a stinking odor, but it was so strong and intense it used to make me sick. It was people's body odor. Take a shower and I still smell them.
That's how I was with my brothers for a long time. Like we talk about the boy smell,
Yeah.
but it was just something my brothers. Like my brothers could literally be fresh out the shower,
Mhm.
put on a deodorant, getting dressed, and it was just like my one brother. He used to wear this cologne, and I just like every time. Like, how much of that are you wearing? Because it's like it stinks. And I'll never forget the name of this cologne is OP. I
I remember
hate
it.
that cologne. I hated it because I don't know. I really felt like he was just dousing himself in it after his shower. And I'm like, dude, you stink. You stink.
I
And it's just like everywhere he went, bro, I cannot deal. You stink. And then it was like between him and his cologne and my baby brother, because mind you, he's a boy. He's gonna go outside and play. Dude, you literally just came in from outside and you stink. My brothers, I used to tell them all, y'all stink.
Your feet stink, your under armpits stink, your ass probably
Everything
stink.
stinks.
You stink.
And mind you, my youngest brother, we're 10 years apart, so he couldn't have been no more than 7, 8 years old.
so he just running.
8 between 7 and 9.
So he just running
So
around.
he's not quite wearing right. You're not quite wearing deodorant, but bruh,
See, I
you
mean that was
outside
Shania.
sweating.
Shania used to
Mm-mm.
smell like ooh wee.
Your
You
brother,
smell like dirt.
your brother, your brother, they running around, sweating, climbing trees, diving in the
Shania.
dirt.
No.
He's smelling
Now he
like
wasn't climbing trees because we lived on base, so he wasn't one of them country kids. Now we were the
Shania was
country era.
in the
Him,
trees. She got a whole scratch right here that's never going away on her chest where she slid down the tree and scratched her up. She got a
I got one
cut.
of those across my
She
stomach,
got a
across my
cut
belly
right
button.
here where she almost she jumped in the pool or tried to jump and hit the side of the pool right here and it busted open to the white meat. Got a scar here. Shania was a rough one. She was rough. she she'd take her and she was rough. But she'd get back up there and start to play. She'll cry a little bit and then she'll go right back outside.
I got this
She was
one.
rough.
Sound like me.
I got this one. I got this one gash. You're gonna love this one. I got this one gash on my ass. I'm gonna tell you how I did it too. I'm gonna tell you how I did it too.
Stop making me laugh.
I'm gonna tell you how I did it too. No, it's okay to laugh because I'm laughing at it now. Um, Ash, you know Boot Hill located. You know my house is back in South Carolina, right?
Sorry, yes.
So like back in the Wooded area, we man like when I say I was an outside kid, I play my
Mm-hmm.
video
Everybody
games,
was down there.
but I be outside. I be outside. So we be back in the woods, back there making making fires and drinking beer and just back there being kids doing kid shit, doing kid stuff. Man, it was one point in time to where we used to jump the ditches or whatever, right? We used to jump ditches. We used to jump the ditches. We used to jump ditches. One day, I decided to jump down in the ditch. Now, being dumb, being dumb.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I jumped
Okay.
down in the ditch. So of course, whenever they make ditches or whatever, they have a shape, which
They're
means the
trenches.
trenches, which means you have a possibility of exposure to, roots and all kind of stuff like, and trees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So my dumb ass, I guess I didn't clear the ditch to jump in the ditch. When I jumped, like I jumped up and jumped straight down, and I had these real thin shorts on, and this piece of tree just said all on my butt. And I'm over here like, man, that hurt, man, that hurt. And I looked back there and I was like, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh God, my booty bleeding. Oh God, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding. I'm in the house, mama, boy, what's wrong with you, mama? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Excuse me. What's wrong with you, mama? I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding. My mom said, boy, you got a gash on your ass. See, you gotta be careful about that jumping them ditches. You better jump in them ditches. Son, you got to jump the ditch, not jump in the ditch. And so, yeah, so my mama put some peroxide to burn like hell. And so, yeah, that's my jump in the ditch story. And I don't know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do something different. It was empty, there was no water in it. I'm gonna jump the ditch. I jumped up and jumped straight down, and that damn thing said, because I had them little thin. I had on a pair like a little thin blue shorts on with palm tree. The 90's
Yeah,
look, them little short. You know what I'm talking about.
I was talking about.
Yeah, them shorts was gone. Them shorts is gone. Them shorts had a big old. You can see where it was at an angle too. It was like, and I was like, R.I.P. these
Everything,
shorts. Yeah.
everything that's ever happened to me is on my left side. My left
Now,
side of my body don't like me.
matter of fact, it's on the
So
right side. Yeah, it's on the right. I
it's my
remember where it
left.
is.
I didn't mess my foot up, my left foot so many times. I didn't broke it. I didn't cut it open. I didn't broke the toe. All on the left side.
Me and the
I broke
chainsaw.
the toe. I didn't broke the toe 3 times.
Good God.
My pinky toe. Broke the pinky toe 3 times. I cut it open when I was 7. And I broke it at like 27, 28. Yeah. Then I messed this up, whatever that is in here,
Your
to the
rotor
point
cuff.
where I couldn't lift it and move it.
Your rotator cuff.
Mm.
That man. And some flip flops and something. Running from Food Line in the rain, trying to get into the car with the wind blowing.
Oh
Oh
shit.
Open the
Lord.
car door, the wind shutting. I'm trying to, how you try to jump in the car?
Mm.
Jump. I hit the corner of the car door
Hooey.
right here. And you hurt when you can't even make a noise or cry.
Yeah.
I heard it so bad. I got in the car, I just sat down. My friend was driving, I just sat down.
Hey, you was doing this straight. You
I
was
was
like,
like, she was like, you all right? We were cooking on the grill. We went to get some chicken. We had the fire. Oh, we wait for the rain to go away. So we sitting doing all the fire. I mean, the stuff, because it was like a quick storm. It was like, how them storms just come through real quick? It
Yeah.
was one of those.
mm.
It started raining. We went outside, lit up the thing and everything. I couldn't lift my arm. I was sitting in there. I was sitting in the house like, hold up. Like, this bitch is not going up. Like, bitch, I can't move my arm.
Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah.
you good? I was like, I think I need to go to the hospital, girl. I think I need to get something else. She said, what's wrong? I can't lift it. It's not moving. It's not moving. I was like,
Yeah. You
she said, I
didn't.
see it doing this. I was like, bitch, you going nowhere.
I'm gonna give you one stupid childhood situation with me. See, I was like your daughter. I was willing, like, look, I was rough and tumble. Like anything you can do, I can do better. That was my motto
That
as
was me
a
too.
kid.
Mm.
That's where she gets it
Oh,
from.
you want to climb trees? You can climb a tree better. Oh, you want to swing on vines? We're gonna swing on vines, mind you. Eddie, this is your turn. In the neck.
Ah.
I could not have been more than 5. I could possibly, yeah, about 5 because I was in kindergarten, I think. Anyway, I'm the only girl. As me, my brother, my uncle that's a year older than me that we went to school with,
Mm.
his older brother that's 5 years older than me, and one of their cousins. I'm the only girl. We go across the street from my grandparents' house. There used to be a playground there, merry-go-round, monkey bars. That was it. So we go over there because that's what we played at. We're kids. And I'm 5, which means my brother couldn't have been no more than 3, maybe 4.
Mm.
My uncle is 6. And then the other 2, they're older. So they're like, probably like 10, 11, maybe 12. I doubt it though, maybe. The 2 older ones, it's just 2 of them. Mind you, there's 3 of us. The math didn't math when I was a kid. I did not care about numbers. Whatever. If you tell me to do something, I'm just like, all right, bet, admit it. We're on the monkey bars, and there's, jumping off the monkey bars, and we're just, you guys catch me, playing that game. Somehow or another, for some strange, odd reason, I heard them distinctively say, okay, you guys jump at the same time. That's what I heard. Didn't dawn on me that there's 3 of us, 2 of y'all. Somebody ain't gonna get caught.
Mm.
Well, the way that the monkey bars were set up, like I said, the monkey bars are right here. There's a merry-go-round a little bit further back. Not too far away, but far enough away where you got space. I don't know how I did it, but when I heard jump, we all jumped. I jumped from the monkey bars to the merry-go-round.
Mm.
And when I landed, I stuck the landing under the merry-go-round. My head was under the merry-go-round. My wrist was on top of it. Broke it. Broke my wrist.
Boy, we were some rough and tumble
When
kids.
I tell you. Oh, but that's not the end of it. So mind you.
God,
again,
she said not the end of it.
This is directly across the street from where my grandparents live.
Mm.
There's like the way okay, you got the main highway.
Mm.
Merry-go-round area is over here. Main highway, grandparents' driveway where, it's like a little dirt path you kind of drive down to get to the house. By the time they got me from up under the merry-go-round and were waiting for traffic so we can cross the highway safely, I cried when I hit. I cried when I got up. By the time I got to the street, I'm done crying. Bro, I want to look at my wrist. Let me see the damage. My uncle, I remember, I'll never forget. He's like, no, because if I show you your arm, you're going to cry. Let me see. My uncle would not let me see my wrist. I remember by the time we walked down the little pathway, got to my grandparents' house, my grandmother, my mom, and my aunt were all in the kitchen. When my uncle came in there and showed them what happened, Archie Bell lost her religion. My grandma went through some changes. I ain't never seen my grandma go through that many changes. She going through changes. My aunt going through changes. My mom's the only one with a level head that I remember because my mom's like, oh shit, we got to get you to the hospital. So she's like, all right, get some ice, put it in the bag, put it on her wrist. Don't let her see it. This whole time, I never got to see my wrist. But I remember getting in the car. I'm in the back seat. My uncle's on my side. He's holding my wrist steady. He's holding ice on top of my wrist. He will not let me see it. I just know it's swollen. We get to the hospital. They do x-rays. And this whole time, again, nobody let me see my wrist. But I got to see the x-rays after the cast got put on. So it was bad. I broke the shit out of my wrist. And was right back on the monkey bars after that.
That's how it be. Shit, I cut my foot open because I was always doing stuff barefoot. Country kids are barefoot. As soon as my foot healed, guess who was barefoot again? Climbing trees and stuff again. I'm barefoot. I can't stand shoes. I'm sorry. That cut, my foot was cut open like a fish.
Yep.
You filleted.
So what?
You filleted.
It was filleted. All I saw was white meat. I saw a lot of white meat.
Filet foot.
I was like, whoa. And I remember looking. Because I needed to see. I was 7. But what the thing about that bothered me the most was the needle that they used to numb my foot. That summer gun was about that long. I was like, bruh. Then I had to, and then the stitches. And then I remember telling him I feel it. And my mama was trying to tell me no, I didn't. And I was like, no, I feel you put that needle on my foot. You need to put some, I could feel that. So they put some more in it. Man, listen, it didn't bleed until somebody held me. Because, you're putting pressure on the thing. So then it starts to bleed heavily. But once I was just standing there, it didn't bleed. Man, it didn't hurt because I had cut all the nerves and tendons.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What you cut it on?
Huh?
What you cut it on?
You might be too young. But back in the day, they used to have a punch bowl, glass. And then they used to have these glass punch bowl cups that they had little clip on it, and you put it around the punch bowl. It was a cup. It's like a little teacup, glass teacup. It was on the porch. We had an open porch. So we stayed in a trailer when I was little. And the porch, I remember the cup being on the porch. My child mind, instead of taking it into the house, I said, let me put this on the ground so nobody would step on it. And I put it right underneath the porch. Well, not underneath, but right in front of the porch, but on the ground. My sister, I was outside playing. My mama had just called. She had went to work, and the last thing she told me was, don't be outside barefoot playing. You're going to cut your foot open. You're going to mess around and cut your foot open. That's what she said. That was her last words to me. Me being me and loving to play outside barefoot, I go outside. I'm barefoot. It's summertime. I'm outside. We outside. I go outside. My sister calls me to come in the house for something. I'm running. I'm getting ready to do my amazing jump on the porch.
Uh-oh.
Foot hit that glass, and then jumped on the porch and landed on the porch with the glass in my foot. Cut my foot though. I didn't feel it because, like I said, I cut the tendons and nerves in my foot.
Oof.
What I started yelling and screaming for is because the blood. It was bleeding so heavily then, like it cut. Oh God! My sister saw my foot and she started freaking out. When I looked at it, I started freaking out because, like I said, you could see the inside of my foot. So I was like, oh my God. So she called my mom, and my mama cussing me out because back in the day, the one thing you don't do is call a parent, a mother at work to come get you.
Especially when she's doing something she told you not to do.
She told you not to do. So she told me,
I told your ass not to go over there. Oh Lord.
I'm gonna beat your ass. That's all she could say. She's gonna beat my ass because she told me not to do it. I act like I was asleep the whole day. After they put some stitches in, I act like I pretended to be asleep the whole day. But I knew she wasn't gonna beat me because I was already messed up, and she felt bad. But I still was scared that she was gonna beat my ass. So I stayed asleep all day, like I was just so hurt and my foot hurt so bad I was asleep. Girl, I had so many stitches in that damn foot. That's why my toes now, I have one toe, my big toe is stuck straight, and then I have 3 toes that's stuck like this. Because when they closed it, the tendons and stuff is gone. So when they close it, everything's squeezed down. But the tendon and the big toe is permanently gone. They couldn't pull it down with it to make it bend, so it's just straight up. My left foot toe up. This toe up. Oof. And it took me a long time. They used to pick on me about it growing up. And it took me a long time to get used to the fact now I wear flip-flops and stuff. I don't care because I can't help it. It was an accident. I can't change it. There's nothing they can do at this point to fix it. It is. But my big toe is like a thumb. I tell everybody it looks like a thumb. It looks like that, straight up. I can't bend it. And it's like, I know what it feels like when people say that lost a limb, that phantom feeling. My big toe does this by itself. And it'll move like this by itself.
The tendon dangling around in there somewhere.
I don't know. It's just, they said it's some type of nerve in that toe that's doing it. It's like you said, the doctor said it was like a phantom. It's like a phantom feeling. I can't control it.
Right, because the nerve was cut, but it ain't dead.
Yeah. So it does it by itself. So I'll be like, okay, let's do the same thing.
Wow.
But I can't, because I can't do nothing. bend it. I can't do shit unless I bend it by my finger. I can't do nothing with it. Like I can't move it with my foot. So it does its own thing.
Mm.
It's 7.
mean,
Summertime.
damn,
That was my summer.
not listening.
Not
Hard-headed.
listening. Wow, we've had a very broad conversation. We went from talking
I'm trying
about
to see something real quick. Hold on. Not that. Is it? Yep, it's that
Yep,
one.
that's it. I see it.
You can barely see it now. The little scar right here. Talk about hard-headed. My dad raised Rottweilers when I was little.
Oh,
2 Rottweiler scars on my body. One on my elbow, one on my side. Playing with the puppies.
mm.
Dad keeps telling me, Ashley, leave the puppies alone. Stop messing with the puppies because they're gonna grab you. They're gonna grab you. I'm messing with the puppy, making him mean. He snapped and I back up. Mess with him again. Do it again. He snapped, back up. I'm in it. I'm
Yeah.
focused. I'm there. My dad called my name. When my dad called my name and he said it stern, and you know when your parents call your name stern, the first thing you do is turn around and see what they want.
Yeah.
When I did it, my dad called my name and I turned. Damn puppy grabbed my damn arm.
Got you.
I had it till you stopped. You did this to me.
Wow.
I was good. But he kept telling me to leave the puppy alone. Stop messing with that dog before he grabbed me. Well, thanks to you, sir, he grabbed me.
Yeah, he did.
I
Thanks to
don't
him.
oh, I just texted you too. My phone didn't make a sound. Okay, y'all, my earphones is going dead.
And with that being
All
said,
right.
it's been another episode of the Porch Perspective Podcast. Shout out to everybody that's been following us, supporting us, and inspiring us. We greatly appreciate it now more than ever. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your friends that's sure, and tell your friends that ain't so sure. Either way, come check us out right here on YouTube for the Porch Perspectives Podcast. And in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else. They'll greatly appreciate it now more than ever. Be a blessing, not a burden, because there's a lot of problems in the world, and don't you become one. Thanks for
Say
joining
that.
us. Yes, thanks for joining us on the virtual porch right here on the Porch Perspectives Podcast.
Deuces.